All right. Good morning, everybody. I was just telling Taj that I'm running late this morning because I had a phone conversation, which probably I should have sent him straight to voicemail and got picked him up on the evening on lunch break. And then I also tried to spray paint. No, I did. I did spray paint a clock this morning, which is again another task that probably should have waited
Yeah.
after work. But I was feeling like I just need to get this done immediately. So hopefully on lunch break or after work, I'll be able to hang up my freshly spray painted clock that hopefully will now match my decor perfectly. We'll see. All right. So today we're just gonna, hey, like it's happy Friday. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so good today, specifically because I feel like I've met the 6 month mark for going to the gym consistently. And one of my little gym friends, because I go enough to have friends at the gym, that's never happened to me before. I've never had gym friends before because I've never been consistent enough to build friendships. So I'm really excited. So one of my gym friends was like, "Hey, I see you. You looking good. You got good energy today." And I was like, "I do. Yeah, appreciate that. Put a little extra
That's
pep
nice.
in my step. It's always nice."
Mhm.
So, yeah. So last week, Taj asked questions. And this week, I'm going to ask questions. And it's summer, so everybody is everywhere. So, Taj, I think it's just me and you today. All right. So, first question is I just lost it, but I know what it was. How much sex is too much sex? Yeah, I put with it.
Is there too much sex? I
Mhm.
mean, I would just say it's too much if your body feels like it's too much, if your mind feels like it's too much, if your spirit feels like it's too much.
Yes.
Otherwise, mm.
Okay. All right. So, I'm going to say, oh, I'm sorry. Because the next question is, what is the rose? And so I had somebody in my personal life recently tell me that they engaged in using the rose and they feel like it made a certain part of their body numb. And so I'm gonna say that's too
Well,
much. If we're making body parts numb, I'm gonna say that's too much. So,
well,
um, but they thoroughly enjoyed it, and apparently it stands up to all of the rave reviews. All right. So what's too much? Um, it's going to be different for everybody. Like there's no number. And it's also going to be different for you at different parts and stages in your life.
mhm.
And so having that understanding, staying in communication with your partner. I will say though, if like most relationships, there's a high sex partner and a low sex partner. Also know that that could flip at any time, and you could be turn out to be where you were low before. Now you're high and they're low. Just life changes, body changes, career changes. Like if you a student the only thing you got to do is worry about making the class. You got all the time in the world to have all the sex you want to have sex. If you are now working 60, 70 hours a week and it's more labor intensive work, you probably ain't feeling like having all the sex. So you may have gone from the higher sex person to the lower sex person just like that. Most people, when they have not been working a 9 to 5 job and then they go into working a 9 to 5 job, they feel so tired at the end of the day. It takes them 1 to 3 months to learn how to essentially output that energy and then come home and balance everything that they need to do in the evening. And it's so funny because I've seen this happen to so many people, and they're like, "But I've been getting up at 6. Like I've been doing this." And yeah, I get that you tried yourself very, very hard to train yourself so you didn't have that energy output. It's still an energy output thing. All right. So um negotiate with your partner.
Mhm.
I will say if we have a high sex person, low sex person, let's say one person wants to have it 10 times a week and the other person wants to have it 1 time a week, then it'll probably meet in the middle. It's going to be 5 or 6 times a week. So that might feel like a lot for you. The wonderful thing about being human beings is we have capacity for growth. And so if I keep doing it 5 times a week, at the beginning, that will feel like a lot for me. And then after a while, it won't feel like nothing at all. Okay. And that's just the way human beings are wired and designed. So, for example, if you're exercising at the beginning, one time a week, it's going to feel like a lot and it tires you out and it wears you out. And then at the end, you're like, maybe I do want to go to a 7 day schedule, and you build your capacity. You do. And so please know that. But it's going to be a negotiation and it's going to be different for different parts of your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Let's see. Let me find it. Let me find another good one.
What happened to the rose?
Oh, what's the rose?
No,
Okay.
no, no. No, no. I know what the rose is, but you had a
Okay.
rose question.
What that was the question. The question is, what is
Oh,
the rose? And
um,
so, the rose is a
I
product
had, I had to go
device
get it.
specifically geared for or designed for clitoral stimulation. And let's take a moment to to educate. Most women, meaning across at least 3 studies, we have found out, slash figured out, slash just paid attention to the biology that 70 to 80% of women do not orgasm through penis vagina sex. They need clitoral stimulation, and the clitoris is their sexual organ. And so the rose is a device that has been specifically designed to give clitoral stimulation. And again, hearing rave reviews about it. Haven't heard a bad thing yet. So if that is something that you would like to explore, I'm sure they sell them on Amazon. It'll come with the rest of your boxes. Um, let's see. And y'all, these questions were all from women. So I'm sorry if they feel biased. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find another question. Oh, how can I get across to my man that other parts of my body can be touched, not just my breast or my vagina? All
Mm.
right, Taj, take that one for us because you're the only one here to take it.
I would just say, have you told him that? Have you told
Let's
him?
let's say yes. Let's say yes.
Okay.
They
So
they
they've
they
had a
told him.
conversation about it,
Uh-huh.
and he's still going straight to,
Right.
okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
what I would do, or what I would recommend to my client, is to pull all the way back to something called sensate focus, but for a
Okay.
different reason. I would challenge my partner to only touch areas that I give him permission to touch,
Yeah.
and turn it into like like a game, like something that
Yeah.
the end result is
Yeah.
you get what you want. Like that's the reward. The reward is you can touch my breast, you can touch my
Hmm.
vagina, but first you got to touch my feet
Yeah.
and then my
Okay.
ankle and
Yeah.
now my calf, and you have to earn it. So
Yeah.
that's what I would recommend.
Okay. Okay. Great. I'm gonna come at it from a different perspective. Um, in general, we have to tell people, even on jobs, especially on jobs. That's where I learned the statistics. You
Mm,
cannot expect somebody to know how to do something until you have told them a minimum of 7 times. A
mm,
minimum of 7 times. So
wow.
I'm going to say, I understand that you have told them that. Have you told them a minimum of 7 times? Also, did you say it and tell them what to do instead? And so as opposed to don't touch me, don't do that. Stop touching me right there. Okay. That's then your partner's left not knowing what to do. And so they're going to keep doing the same thing. But if you say, hey, I really want you to touch my arms first. I really love just feeling your arms on my skin. Touch me here. Touch, start here, start. Okay, let's do a 1, 2, 3. I want you to warm me up and
Mhm.
start here, then you can go here. And making sure that we're repeating that enough to where our partner knows. And so once you say something enough times, most people be like, I know what you're gonna say. Okay, I'm right. I'm sorry. Like they will know. And so if you're not getting that reaction, you have not said it
You
enough.
haven't told it enough. Yep.
You have not said it enough. He should be like, oh, right, I need to start here first. And that'll do it. And I think some people balk at the word like you have to teach people how to love you. Like they don't like that. Like, no, I shouldn't have to teach them. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
you do.
Yeah.
And they really don't like when I say the word train, but yeah, you do. Because nobody knows what's in your head and what's going to feel good to you. And if they've been in previous relationships, odds are that other person was different from you and didn't want the same things you did. So how are they supposed to know? People are not mind readers. They're not. And on the off chance that you feel like they read your mind a couple of times in the dating process, that is so wonderful and fabulous. That's not going to be the general rule for a long-term committed relationship.
Not at all.
It's not. Um, because of so many things, so many things. But there's a place when our lover switches over to our family, and
Mm.
that's when it starts to get murky and gray. Because you used to understand me, now you can't understand me. I don't understand why. Well, because now that they're a family member, you're filtering what they say through all of your family history drama. And so now when they say, "Hey, baby, come here," you hear your daddy argue, fussing at you. Come here. Like, wait, that's how did you hear that? Whereas when you're in the lover stage, yes, baby, you want me?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you
coming.
calling me? When you say it like that, you say it so sexy, Poppy. And so it's just different. Now it's just
Yeah.
like you better not be trying to be my daddy. You need to ask me, you need to say
Hmm.
please, you need to say thank you, it just
Hmm.
changes. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, okay, here's another question. What can women take or do for more arousal slash climaxes and orgasms?
Hmm. That is a subjective question. Then
Mm-hmm.
we're dealing with biology and physiology.
Yeah.
And every woman orgasms and climaxes differently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let you take this one, Natalie, because
Okay. All right. I'm going to say first and foremost, exercising and being more in tune with your body. So that's number one, like exercising. When you exercise, you're just more aware of your body. Your body's moving easily, more easily. You're more in tune. You can feel changes in your body. So that's number one. Number two, figuring out some type of mindful practice where you're practicing being more aware of your body. And that's just a everyday type of how's my body feeling right now? Oh, my shoulder's a little thing. And that's where I hold my stress. Okay, what am I stressed about? What's going on? And so just kind of every day start asking yourself, what's going on with my body? Just being more in tune with your body. And then the last one is practice makes perfect. So a lot of women have to learn how to have an orgasm. And so learn it.
Mhm.
Learn how to do it. Learn how to do it fast. Learn how to do it slow. Learn how to do it upside down. Learn how to do it right side up. Like you just gotta practice and
Yeah.
learn it. And so, but pretty it's one of those things like once you got it, you got it. It's but still with that, just like some people have shy bladders,
Mhm.
you can also have kind of a shy orgasm. And so then that's another thing to work on. And that's kind of exposure therapy one-on-one. So if I got a shy bladder, I just got to keep practicing kind of going to the bathroom with other people in public until my bladder is no longer shy. Like I just got to do it. And then if you have like a shy orgasm, okay, I just got to keep practicing trying to have an orgasm with my partner until I do. And if it's one of those things where it's really kind of because I've had this before, a case like this before. And so what we had to do is first they just needed to have an orgasm with their partner in the house
Mm.
because they couldn't do it with the partner in the house. Okay, so now you
Right.
just have an orgasm with the partner in the house.
Mhm.
Then the partner needed to be upstairs, like on the same level. Then we brought the partner in the room.
Mm.
Then we had the partner sit on the bed. Then we had the partner holding them. And so it's just kind of it's like literally y'all it's practice makes perfect.
Mhm.
And I know because of how we see TV, we never see these things. We don't see I can't think of and I I don't watch as much TV as I used to. But I can't think of any show where I'm seeing somebody with a shy orgasm or who's saying I have to learn how to have an orgasm. I can't think of
Mhm.
where I see that on TV at all. And so, and if y'all have, like, let send me the information. Like, I'd love to watch the show.
I would
Um,
too. I
yeah,
see some realistic sex happening on TV.
yeah, and so yeah. Okay, let's see. Let me find another one. That was that. Oh, this is a good one. What can I do if I have had a hysterectomy and I don't have the physical desire, but the mental desire? What would you
Mm.
say, Taj?
You just got to do it. You got to
Mm,
Nike, just do it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep. Especially if you
Yeah.
have the mental desire.
Yeah, I would say mental desire is more
Yeah.
potent, powerful, important than the physical desire. And
Hmm.
so one of the things that I want my clients to know, your brain is your most powerful sexual organ. And so once you make the decision, do it. And don't worry about the physical desire isn't there. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. People having sex every day that don't have no physical desire for it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
every day, all day long. Some people do it by profession. Oh, okay. How do you handle when your mate's sex drive has gone and yet you feel he's not into you and you feel he's not into
Mhm.
you? Okay. Because there's no touching, being naked around him doesn't help, and they don't want to talk about it. Okay. Um, if he is a older man, and I'm talking like if he's over the age of 40, he could be having some erectile dysfunction problems, and he's not going to talk to you about that at all because it makes him feel like less than a man.
That's what I mean.
Okay, ideally, men feel like I was born with this tool. I should know how to use it, and I should be able to use it all the days of my life.
Hmm.
Despite Viagra commercials telling y'all that the problem started at about 40,
Alex.
there's still this idea. And so men start feeling less than a man. And so they won't talk about it, they'll shut down. And so you may have to start gently forcing the conversation. And I'm going to say gently, which is, hey, I really miss you and I don't understand why we're not having sex. Or the story in my head, I love that statement, got that from Brene Brown. The story in my head is you don't find me sexually attractive anymore. And so therefore you want a sexless marriage. Like, I just need to know what's the real truth. Um, and again, for some guys, they may eventually open up. For some guys, they may not. And so, but you still got to keep having a conversation, even if it feels like you're having it with a brick wall. And most men, even there's a lot of times when you feel like you're talking to a brick wall, but they still hear you.
Hmm.
And please know your partner's response time. And so, because a lot of men have like like the information goes in, you can't tell it went in, but the information goes in, and then it'll come out randomly, like two
Yep.
months later, 3 months later, 4 months later. And so learn your man's kind of response time, and then start kind of putting the information, in there. Um, and so you may have to get real explicit, like what a therapist said. That since you're not touching me and you used to touch me all the time, that it might be that you having problems with your parts. Is that true? And if that's true, then you still got hands and a mouth. I'm gonna need you to use them both. I like sports analogies. And so for my guys, because that tends to resonate with them and they smile a little bit because they get it. And I'll say something to the effect of just because your quarterback is out, don't mean that we don't play this game. And it doesn't mean
Hmm.
that we don't try to win. So
Hmm.
you can score points, meaning an orgasm with me, without your star player. So I'm gonna need
Hmm.
everybody else to show up on the field. And they laugh at that. And
Hmm.
specifically in football, there have been a couple of times where, specifically the Dallas Cowboys had their star quarterback out for the season. Okay, everybody, we still got to play the game. Like we still have a season. Like we
Yep.
still got to show up to each and every game, even if we think we're going to get beat 50-1, 50-0. You still got to show up and play the game. There is no, I can't show up and I can't play the game.
Mm,
We show up, even if we know we're going to lose. Um, and so having those type of conversations, but also making sure it's like balancing. So it's firm. I want you to be very firm, like this is what I need, but also very loving. So because I miss you, because I only want this from you, because you
mm,
are my person, because I envisioned us having sex until we was 99 and had to
mm,
take naps every 5 minutes. Like this is what I want for us. Um, and so keep saying that. Most men have this internal desire to make women happy, and we
mhm,
hear them say it and we downplay it. Like they'll say, well, I just want to, like, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. And we
mhm,
downplay that, but it is like a really kind of true thing. And so also maybe incorporate some of those words. It'll make me really happy. Like even if we can't do full out this, I would love this. If we can't do this, I still would love it to make me so happy if we could just do this and start to figure those things out with that. Okay. Questions, Taj? Because we only got 3 minutes left. And so
no, the only thing that I would add to that is find ways to incorporate you feeling sexy about you.
yeah.
So like taking a nice bath and rubbing body oil on
Mm,
you, standing in front of the mirror and dancing to music that makes you feel good and feel sexy, and
mm,
putting on that outfit that you like and
mm-hmm.
going to the grocery store. I don't know, but like do
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
make yourself feel
Make yourself feel sexy. That's a good one.
sexy.
That's a good one. And
And
like
it
I
shoot, it might
said,
jumpstart him a little bit, seeing you
say
go
it
to the grocery
again.
store looking that good.
Right? Say that part. But feeling that good. A lot of times like just our energy,
Mm,
our energy, and so you can wear the same outfit you wore yesterday, but if your energy is vibrant, if your energy is playful, if your energy is like, come on over to my place,
mm,
but come meet me in the back room,
mm,
with that. And you were saying dancing. So I'm gonna say I think everybody has like a song from childhood or teenage years that it just takes them there. Each and every time it just takes them there. If that song comes on, I'm all of a sudden feeling some type of way. And so figure out what those songs are for you and play them more often. And so I watch a lot of YouTube, podcast, and TV in general. TV is like my go-to. And every time it's like I accidentally hear music, I'm like, oh my God, that's good stuff. Oh, why don't I listen to it more often? Like I'm always shocked at how good it is or how good it makes me feel. Oh, I'm like, oh God, why don't I do this?
mm.
I totally remember that. Like that's fabulous. And so incorporate more music into your romantic life. Okay. That's all we have for you guys today. So we're wishing you the best. I want to remind you that our website is Atlanta Sex Therapy. And so if you want to work with us, me, Taj, the rest of the crew, in which our pictures are all on the website. So feel free. And our YouTube channel at this point should have a video clip of everybody, I would hope. So you should be able to kind of get to know us and pick your therapist and come on in. We are literally here to help you. Like this is what we do for a living, is help you. And so let us do that. All right, people, have a great day.